Are you tired of making the same New Year's resolutions over again and again? Do you feel like you never stick to them no matter how hard you try? Well, you're not the only one. Millions of people are trapped in the cycle of setting and breaking goals year after year. They lose motivation, get distracted, and end up giving up on their dream. But it doesn't have to be this way. You can learn how to set and achieve goals once and for all. In this video, I will show you the best goal setting process that will help you boost your productivity, performance, and happiness. We'll explore goal settings in 4 phases. The one thing you must absolutely do before setting goals in order to win, which is identifying meaningful areas of your life. 2, assess your current situation and your ideal future state. 3, set effective goals. And 4, execute on your goals and reach them. So don't miss the opportunity to transform your personal and professional success. One of the reasons why some people fail to reach their goals is that they just don't really set them. They just have vague intentions to improve themselves, like running every day, but that's not a real goal. So the question is, what is a real goal? A real goal is a clear and specific process that begins with choosing a new outcome, skill, or project that you want to accomplish. Then you create a plan to achieve it and you follow through with it. Instead of just running aimlessly, a real goal would look like something like this: signing up for a training program to run a half marathon next summer, which involves a lot more strategy, motivation, and discipline. Now, why is it important to set goals? When you set goals, essentially you take control of your life's direction. Goals provide you with focus. The decisions you make and the actions you take should bring you closer to achieving those goals. Setting goals keeps you moving and feeling productive. When you set goals, you create a vision of what your ideal life or business could look like. There is this research by a psychologist and career coach at Dominican University of California that shows that there is a direct correlation between setting goals and achieving success. Properly defined goals help trigger new behaviors and help you focus on what's truly important to you. In other words, to be successful, you must know how to define meaningful goals for you and execute on them. But often we set goals and we keep failing. Like, I want to start working out, or I want to learn guitar, I want to learn a new language. All good intentions are set, but nothing is really happening. We fail to reach those goals due to a variety of reasons, including lack of motivation, unrealistic expectations, bad planning, poor time management, and also underlying psychological factors such as fear of failure or low self-esteem. On top of these reasons, habits and behaviors that are deeply ingrained can be difficult to change, like spending too much time scrolling on social media, eating too much sugar, etc., making it challenging to sustain progress towards our goals over the long term. In order to be good at achieving goals, you need to be good at setting meaningful goals first. So the first step you need to learn is knowing how to set meaningful goals for yourself. To do that, you need to understand what drives you. What are the areas of your life in which you have standards, expectations, and a deep desire to progress? Take time to write down what are the domains of your life that matter the most to you. For example, it could be your health, your career, your relationships, your finances. They are the sources of your motivation, passion, and fulfillment. By identifying these areas, you can then set goals that align with your values, interests, and deepest aspirations. To give you an example, my meaningful areas of life are education and learning, relationship, personal finance, health and fitness, personal development, and career. Once you have identified these areas, the second step you must achieve is getting a clear vision of where you are right now and where you want to be in the future on these areas. This means you need to assess your current situation. What are your strengths and weaknesses? What are your opportunities and potential challenges, gaps and needs? Evaluate yourself on these areas. Rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 to gain understanding on where you currently are. Then you need to envision your desired situation, your ideal outcomes. By comparing your current and desired situations, you can then set realistic and specific goals that will help you bridge the gap between them. Finding meaning and having a clear vision of where you want to be will help you stay focused, inspired, and confident in your abilities. The third step you need to master is how to actually set your goals. The usual framework to break down goals is called SMART. specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break down the components of balanced goal setting to maximize your chance to actually achieve them. Goals must be specific. Instead of vague goals like exercise more, specify the type of exercise, frequency, and duration. For example, complete a 30-minute strength training workout 3 times a week. Here I specify the time, the frequency, the type of workout, making it more practical and concrete. A goal needs to be tracked. What metrics are you going to use to determine if you meet the expectations? On our previous example, it could be the duration of the workout, the frequency at which we perform the workout, for example. This makes a goal more tangible because it provides a way to measure progress. If it's a project that's going to take a few months to complete, then set some milestones by considering specific tasks to accomplish. Milestones are a series of steps along the way that, when added up, will result in the completion of your main goal. In our example, one milestone could be to begin with 20 minutes the first week and then reach 30 minutes. Then ensure that your goals are attainable. It is key to adjust your goals to align with your resources and time constraints. For example, if you tell me that you want to become a professional tennis player in a year and you haven't played tennis yet, I'll ask you to revise your standards. You should have a sense of what is realistic and what is not. I think having dreams and shooting for the stars is extremely important to achieve more, but setting ourselves for failure with unrealistic goals will often generate a lot of frustration in my experience. Now, while goals should be achievable, they should also present a reasonable level of challenge. A goal that is too easy might not be motivating and you will actually get bored, while one that is too difficult can lead to frustration and anxiety. It is key to find the right balance that encourages flow and keeps you engaged. And if the task seems overwhelming, break it down into smaller, manageable steps. This not only makes the goal less intimidating, but also allows to track progress more effectively. For instance, if your goal is to improve your tennis level, break it down into specific lessons like how to improve your service, how to improve your backhand, etc. When you set a goal, you should already know how it connects to your core values and long-term aspirations with the work done in the first phase. Understand why achieving a particular goal matters to you on a personal level. Tie it together with the areas of life that matter to you. For example, if your goal is to lose a certain amount of weight, consider how it aligns with your deeper desire to improve your health. Anyone can set goals, but if it lacks realistic timing, chances are you're not going to succeed. Providing a target date for deliverable is a must. Ask specific questions of what can be accomplished within that time period. If the goal will take 3 months to complete, it's useful to define milestones after a week, a month, etc. Providing time constraints also creates a sense of urgency. This is a good response to the Parkinson law, which states that work expends to fill the time available for its completion. In simpler terms, it means that the amount of time it takes to complete a task is often determined by the time you allocate to it. If you give yourself a longer deadline, the task is likely to take longer to complete, while a shorter deadline may lead to more focused and efficient work. Now, the fourth and last step is to learn how to execute on your goals. That is where the real work begins. It's not enough to simply set goals. You must take consistent and focused actions to reach them. And here's how to effectively execute on your goals. Alright, so now that you've got your goals set, it's time to make a game plan. Let's say your goal is to write a book. Your plan could involve breaking it down into chapters, setting a daily word count target, and scheduling specific writing sessions. Think of it like a roadmap to your destination. Each step, like outlining your chapters or researching your topic, gets you closer to where you want to be. Set deadlines for yourself, like completing the first draft in the 6th month, and be specific about what you need to accomplish by when. This keeps you on track and accountable. Now let's talk about habits. Habits are like the building blocks of success. For instance, if your goal is to get fit, you might establish a habit of going for a run every morning or meal prepping healthy lunches for the week. You want to embed actions that support your goals into your daily routine. Consistency is key here. So if your goal is to learn a new language, make it a habit to practice for 30 minutes every day, maybe during your lunch break or before bed. Whether it's setting aside time each day to work towards your goals or adopting healthy habits that align with your objectives, Make it a part of your lifestyle. I created a video on how to master discipline, so if you struggle with it, go check it out. With so much on your plate, it's crucial to prioritize. Focus on the tasks that move the needle the most. Let's say your goal is to start a side business. You might prioritize tasks like validating your business idea, building a prototype, or researching how to get potential customers. Ask yourself, what's the most impactful thing I can do right now to get closer to my goal? Maybe it's networking with industry professionals or investing in a course to expand your skills. Learn to say no to distractions. Your time and energy are valuable, so invest them where they'll yield the highest return. A tool I recommend is using the Eisenhower matrix. Categorize your tasks depending on importance and urgency and execute on them accordingly. If you are interested in prioritization and time management, I have a full video on it, go check it out. Regular check-ins are essential. For example, if your goal is to save money, regularly review your budget to see where you can cut back or optimize your spending. Keep track of what's working and what's not. Maybe you need to tweak your approach or overcome a new challenge. If your goal is to learn a new instrument, evaluate your progress weekly and adjust your practice accordingly. Be honest with yourself about where you stand. Celebrate your wins like hitting a savings milestone or mastering a new song on a guitar, but also learn from your setbacks. Lastly, stay focused. It's easy to get sidetracked, but keep your eyes on the prize. If your goal is to advance in your career, stay focused on acquiring new skills, networking with industry professionals, and seeking out opportunities for growth. Remind yourself why you set these goals in the first place. Visualize your success and keep that vision front and center. For instance, if your goal is to travel the world, create a vision board with pictures of your dream destinations to keep you motivated. Practice mindfulness to stay present and avoid getting overwhelmed. Let me give you an example of what it should look like. Current situation, you are a software engineer at a small company that pays you well but does not offer much room for growth or creativity. You are bored and frustrated with your work and you feel like you're not using your full potential. You have some skills and experience in web development, but you are not confident enough to apply for more challenging and rewarding jobs. Desired situation, you want to become a senior web developer at an innovative company that values your skills and ideas. You want to work on exciting and meaningful projects that make a positive impact on the world. That is your main goal. Then you identify your gaps. You need to learn new skills such as advanced web development skills and strategic thinking to qualify for the new role. You need to expand your network and connections in the field. You need to build a portfolio of projects to prove that you are qualified. To achieve your desired situation, you need to set some specific and realistic goals that will help you bridge the gaps. Some examples are: complete an online course on advanced web development in the next 3 months. Attend at least one local or online meetup on web development every month. Build a personal website that showcases your projects and skills in the next 6 months. Apply for at least 3 senior web developer positions at your dream companies in the next year. For the execution, let's take the first goal as an example, which is to complete an online course on advanced web development in the next 3 months. Now, if we had to plan and execute on it together, it would look like this. First off, let's spend some time researching different online courses. We'll look at things like what they cover, who's teaching them, what others have said about them, and of course, their costs and how long they take. Once we find the perfect fit, we'll move on to the next step. Then we'll create a study schedule that works for you. How many hours a week can you commit to studying? Let's find a balance that fits your existing commitments while ensuring we make steady progress through the course material. It could be studying every morning from 7 to 9, for example. As we work through the course material, I'll encourage you to take an active approach. That means taking notes, practicing coding exercises, and applying what you've learned in real-world projects. We will prioritize on studying during this allocated time, and there would be no room for anything else. Throughout the process, we'll measure how we progress and the knowledge we have gained. And if we encounter any roadblock along the way, we'll adjust our plan as needed, staying flexible and focused on our end goal. We will also set up your study space to minimize distractions and keep you focused during the whole process. By following this plan together, I guarantee you that you will successfully complete the online course on advanced web development in the next 3 months, equipping you with the necessary skill for your career move. In conclusion, setting and achieving goals is an art that can propel you towards personal and professional success faster than anything else. By following the goal setting process outlined in this video, you can take control of your life's destination, boost your productivity, and unlock your full potential. Remember, meaningful goals provide you with focus, motivation, and a clear roadmap for success. So don't let another year go by with unfulfilled resolutions. Take charge of your future today by mastering the art of goal setting and execution. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on personal development and goal achievement. Take that step today and start setting meaningful goals that will fast track you towards the life you always dreamed of. Stay focused, stay motivated, and keep striving for greatness. Until next time, take care.